All right, let's talk about something that might sound completely backwards. If you want to get more done, stop trying so hard. Yeah, I know. That sounds like the exact opposite of what every productivity guru preaches. You've been told that success is about grinding 24/7. That if you're not working 12-hour days, drinking 3 cups of coffee, and sacrificing sleep, you're not serious enough. But let's be real. Most of the people who preach hustle culture aren't even productive. They work long hours, but they get nothing done. Why? Because they confuse being busy with being effective. The real secret to getting more done? Doing less, but doing it better. That's the anti-hustle strategy. And today, I'm going to show you how it works. Let's get into it. Why working harder isn't the answer. Most people think if they just work harder, they'll succeed. So they pack their schedule with more tasks, more goals, more effort. And what happens? They burn out. Their brain gets fried. Their work suffers. Because being productive isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things. Let me ask you something. If you cut your daily work in half but only kept the most important tasks, would you still get results? If the answer is yes, then congratulations. You're wasting half your time. And that's exactly why the anti-hustle strategy works. It forces you to focus on what actually moves the needle, not just what keeps you busy. The 80-20 rule. Why most of what you do is useless. There's a rule that explains why most people hustle for nothing. It's called the 80-20 rule. Here's how it works. 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. 80% of what you spend your time on barely moves the needle. Think about it. 20% of your workouts give you 80% of your fitness progress. 20% of your customers drive 80% of your business revenue. 20% of your habits are responsible for 80% of your success. But what do most people do? They waste time on the other 80%, the low-impact tasks that make them feel productive but don't actually matter. And then they wonder why they're working so hard but going nowhere. How to apply the anti-hustle strategy. So if grinding 24/7 isn't the answer, what is? Simple. Focus only on what actually matters and cut everything else. Here's how you do it. Step 1. Identify your big 3 tasks. Not all tasks are created equal. Every day, pick the 3 most important things you need to get done. Not 10, not 20, just 3. Ask yourself, what's going to drive real progress? What's going to make the biggest impact? What actually moves me forward? If it doesn't pass this test, it's a distraction. Step 2. Work in focused sprints. Most people try to grind for hours straight. That's stupid. Your brain can only focus for about 90 minutes at a time before it starts shutting down. So instead of working nonstop, use the sprint method. Work for 60-90 minutes. Take a real break. Repeat. This keeps your energy high and your output consistent, without burning you out. Step 3. Ruthlessly cut the noise. Here's the hard truth. Most things don't matter. Meetings, emails, unnecessary tasks, cut them. If something can be automated, automate it. If something can be delegated, delegate it. If something can be ignored, ignore it. Not everything requires your energy. And the more distractions you eliminate, the more you can focus on what actually moves you forward. The energy is greater than time. Here's another secret. Time isn't your most valuable resource. Energy is. You can have 10 free hours in a day, but if you feel drained, you won't get anything done. So instead of obsessing over how many hours you work, focus on managing your energy. Sleep more. Your brain needs it. Take real breaks. Your work will be better. Stop multitasking. It kills focus. Because when your energy is high, you can get more done in 3 hours than most people do in 12. That's the anti-hustle mindset. Why this works, and why most people won't do it. Here's the funny thing. People know they're wasting time. They know grinding nonstop isn't working. They know they could be smarter with their effort. But they don't change. Why? Because being busy feels productive. People would rather work long hours and feel important than work smart hours and actually get results. It's an ego problem. But the people who are really successful, they don't care about looking busy. They care about winning. The anti-hustle mindset shift. At the end of the day, you have 2 choices. Keep hustling like crazy, working long hours and feeling exhausted. Work smarter, not harder, and get more done without sacrificing your life. One of these paths leads to burnout. The other leads to actual results. So stop glorifying hustle. Start glorifying effectiveness. Because in the end, the people who win aren't the ones who work the most hours. They're the ones who work the smartest. Final thoughts. Work less, achieve more. If you're tired of working long hours and getting nowhere, feeling exhausted but unproductive, wasting time on things that don't matter, it's time to make a change. Cut the noise. Focus on what actually matters. Stop working harder, start working better. That's the anti-hustle strategy. And once you apply it, you'll wonder why you ever worked any other way. Now, what's the first thing you're cutting today? I mean, you tell me.